Looks like you're opening the month with the moon and then relationship energy. That's Two of Cups. That's very appropriate for this month of February, the love month. So I'm going to lay out all the cards and then I'll get into the meanings of each of those, what each of them means, and then also what they mean together. Looks like you've got a lot of yellow cards. Interesting, Taurus. Yellow usually signifies optimism. It's sort of like that golden energy. You know, you can see in the backgrounds of a lot of these cards, there's a lot of yellow. So that's a sunny, it shows it's going to be a sunny month for you. It opens with, there may be some blocks in regards to expressing your innermost feelings or dealing with things that are coming up from your subconscious. This card is Moon, which is all about letting the deep feelings that are coming up. The water is an emotional symbol, and this crab coming up from these deep waters is feelings that are coming up from the subconscious, feelings that are coming up from deep within, and then trying to find a way to allow those feelings to come up in a balanced way. There's the dog and the wolf here. The dog represents domestic life and being tame, and then the wolf represents more of our passionate side and being wild. So finding a way, you can see this crab is sort of pointing to both and trying to find a way between these two towers to find balance and allow those feelings to come up under the soft light of the moon. When the moon is in reverse position, as it is here, it can sometimes mean illusion, not seeing things clearly, believing in fantasies, not seeing things for what they actually are. So you may open the month of February with not actually having a clear picture. There are things that might be a little bit hazy, especially in regards to relationships. This is Two of Cups, which is an exchange of hearts. It's a couple. It's one of the best cards for love and romance and marriage. Just be careful that you're not looking at it through a fantasy sort of lens with this moon in reverse. There actually looks like there is some good potential here, and it's showing up for you at the beginning of the month. This is just coupledom and enjoying relationship, enjoying love, drawing it to yourself, letting it deepen if you're already in a relationship. However, don't allow any fantasies or illusions come into play at the beginning of the month, especially in regards to that relationship. You want to be careful that you're not suppressing deep-seated feelings that want to come up to the air. With the moon in reverse, that's saying that you may have some deep urges or feelings that you want to share, but you're keeping them buried, you're keeping them stuck underwater. So see if you can break through that. Anything that you might have to do with illusion or keeping feelings suppressed, try to work with that within your relationship, especially towards the beginning of the month. It looks like you have some nice relationship energy happening. Another thing that Four of Coins here is saying is let go of any fears that you may have. Four of Coins is a card that wants to keep everything the same, maintain the status quo, don't rock the boat, hold on to everything I've got. So that might be part of the reason that you're having any questions about sharing those innermost feelings, because you don't want to upset the apple cart. You don't want to rock the boat. But one of the things I point out in this card, Four of Coins, is that by trying to keep everything just as it is and to hold on to everything he's got, he's holding this coin in front of his heart, which is blocking anything coming to his heart or going from his heart. So be careful that in wanting to keep everything the same, the way it is, maintain the status quo, don't upset the apple cart, don't rock the boat, that you're actually stifling things and you're blocking your heart. So my advice to you for the beginning of the month of February is, especially in regards to this relationship that you're either in, which has some nice energy towards it, or if you're drawing and relationship energy to you. This is Two of Hearts, two people coming together and exchanging hearts. Be careful that you don't surround that with suppressing your innermost feelings just because you want to maintain the status quo. Don't let fear of sharing what's deep within you keep you from, or fear of upsetting the apple cart or how things currently are, from bringing things up in your relationship that you want to share. They may actually be very welcomed by the person that you're with or that you are trying to have a relationship with. Or if you're single, you be careful of not having fantasies about relationships or seeing illusions and then having everything stay the same by just holding on to everything you've got. Let it breathe a little bit more, open things up, and that might be good for you at the beginning of the month, Taurus. Also be careful that you don't make mountains out of molehills, that you don't overthink things and over worry things. This is a card of going over things in your mind quite a lot. This is 9 of Swords, and this is a card of worry, anxiety, tension, overthinking, making mountains out of molehills. You can see in the card that there's 3 swords here that are interacting with those fists, but they're making it into 9 swords, 9 different thoughts instead of just 3 thoughts. So what it means is like you're tripling, instead of just thinking about things, you're sort of tripling the amount of that you're thinking about things, overthinking things, overanalyzing things. Swords represent the air or the mental element, so it's a lot of thinking, and you're feeling kind of stuck with it. So 9 of Swords says don't overthink things, don't overanalyze things, just enjoy this nice relationship energy that you have at the beginning of the month. This is upright, and it's just what it is. Enjoy it for what it is what this is saying. Don't worry too much and have too much concern about sharing what you really want to share, and don't try to just like maintain the current status quo. That's not going to serve you. That's operating from fear. Just focus on sharing and opening your heart without overthinking things. Towards the middle of the month, you have some interesting cards in terms of Justice and King of Coins. They're a little bit at odds with one another. King of Coins is the head of a business. This is an entrepreneur card. And if you're thinking about going into business for yourself, this is a good card, 4 of Swords, about taking some time out and just thinking about things, rest, relaxation, rejuvenation. This card is a card of a soldier taking a moment from battle and just resting to regain his strength and fight another day. So if you have thoughts about going into business, becoming your own boss, that's King of Coins energy. King of Coins is usually the head of a business. He's the one in charge of the money. He is like a financial advisor. He usually makes very good decisions regarding money because he's the master of money. These 2 cards together say take some time out to think about things, to think about how you may go into business for yourself, or how you want to manage your money, or even who you may want to choose as an advisor in terms of your finances. So those 2 are together at the center part of February for you, Taurus. So take some time to think about that, because there is a way in which this King of Coins, the head of the company, or you as an entrepreneur or this financial advisor, is in conflict with justice right now. This could be a legal matter that you're seeking help with, or seeking an advisor to manage it financially. There's some sort of undoing of justice, whether that's criminal activity or things aren't being acknowledged, or somehow something is not correct and not fair. And you're trying to correct that situation through an advisor, or becoming the person who is the King of Coins, coming out as the head of money. You might want to take some time out to see who you need to consult with. This could be you, or this could be a mentor, a person that you can consult that in order to address whatever's going on with any injustice that's happening. It's also saying you may need to be patient regarding receiving the money. This is the Farmer card, which is a card of patience. It's 7 of Coins. And this card always says, be careful that what you sow is what you want to reap. So if you harvest the money too soon, it's sour. Like if you pick grapes before they're ripe, they'll be sour. You need time to let them sweeten. You need time for this money to come to you, because it may be down the road. This whole field of coins is still developing. And the fact that it's in the reverse tells me that you may be having a hard time with being patient about having this whole situation resolved. So see if you can employ some patience, take a time out, see if you can consult with someone who is in a position of authority regarding money, or if you are ready to step into that position, use this archetype of King of Coins to help serve you with that. And then you may be able to correct whatever you see as an injustice or whatever help you need to get regarding this situation. Take a time out and think things over before you go forward. You can't be impatient about it right now, at least in the middle of February. That's what it's saying right now. You have another king showing up for you towards the end of the month. This is King of Rods, King of Wands. So this is also the King of Fire. So this is usually a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. This too sometimes can show up as an earth sign. King of Coins can be Taurus, Capricorn. So this could be you, Taurus, or it could be Capricorn or Virgo. But regardless, it's saying take a time out. And then towards the end of the month, you've got this King of Fire showing up. So any of the fire signs, again, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And that fire sign is going to be helpful with making you feel more stable. This card is 10 of Coins, and 10 of Coins is inheritance. It is domestic bliss. This couple is receiving the money from prior generations. It's also from good investments. It's money that is achieved from good choices over time. So traditionally in this card, there's a patriarch that's giving the money to this couple. But this guy is going to be instrumental in helping you achieve that. And this is a King of Fire. So again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. He is the master of getting things done. He's got a very vital, confident manner to him. And he does things in kind of a different way. He doesn't do things that are in run-of-the-mill way. He does things his own way. He's kind of eccentric. So look for someone who's also a King of Fire to help you through things. You've got two kings who may be at odds with what they're perceiving as justice. There's some sort of injustice happening, and it may be a fight between these two kings. And then don't lose hope. This is the end of the month here. This is Star. So Star represents hope and optimism, accepting things as they are, accepting yourself as they are, and having a natural vibrancy because of that acceptance. When Star is in reverse, it's saying that you may be having a hard time keeping hope alive, or it may be hard to see the glowing stars in the midst of all the dark of things. So if you're having a hard time with things, don't lose hope. Keep a optimistic, vital approach to things, because there is a certain amount of acceptance that you're going to need to employ or have about the situation. And once you are able to come to that acceptance of the situation, you're going to receive new insights and new information that you'll have information from a gut level or gut instinct about things. This is High Priestess. She's a very intuitive card. She has information and knowledge that comes to her kind of from out of the blue. She's very connected to her subconscious and to the etheric realm. So as you come into acceptance and keep hope about things are going to start to open up for you, and you're going to start to get messages from within and knowledge from within. So this is a very serene, peaceful card. So is Star. You just have to hold on to the acceptance, hope, and optimism that Star has, and that's going to lead you to get that information and knowledge that you kind of inherently have, but it will allow you to connect with it. So that's my reading for you, Taurus, for February. Enjoy this relationship energy at the beginning of the month, and do take some time out to see who you can have help you, especially if it's related to any money issues, and if there's been any injustice that's going on. Trust yourself towards the end of the month and keep that hope going. Don't doubt things. You know, even though it may look dark and glum, you've got this star and this moon. There's light at the end of the tunnel for you.